Generally, I do forget. So great. Looks like today all are excited to learn something new. Today we are not going to do proper basic theory, but it is going to be more of a, what do you say, case study kind of thing, because it is not exactly a case study. But since a few of you had asked for certain treatments or certain explanation of certain issues, okay, we will discuss in them. We'll try to go as deep as possible for certain aspects, and for certain aspects we might not be able to go in depth because this is just 1 hour session today that I have planned. Okay, I'll try to give as much information as possible and how you can treat yourself also, right? So if all of you don't mind, please switch on your camera so that I can see your reactions, whether you're understanding or not understanding. Okay. And I want you to be very interactive because I know most of you students are students of TCM or acupressure, whatever. So this session will be more like you people will be answering yourself, right? I'll be there to guide you. You people will be answering yourself. In that way, it is going to help you to enhance your thinking and your thinking process when you meet these kind of real time issues with your patients or fellow family members, friends, whoever it is. Okay, so we are going to keep it very interactive. In between, I'll be asking questions. People have to answer me in the chat. Okay, ma'am, unwell, can't open video. Okay, no problem. Chital, you can just attend. I know you had called me. Yeah. Okay, shall we start? All of you are excited? How many of you finished your breakfast? Didn't finish your breakfast? It is almost 11:20 right now, 11:18, 11:20. So ideally, for a healthy lifestyle, because we are going to be discussing about health basically. All my sessions are going to be about how we are going to be healthy. So maintaining a proper diet and time of eating is good. So how many of you finish your breakfast? Not finish your breakfast? And how many of you are ready to learn? Say yes or say me in the chat. If you can't chat, simply show me a thumbs up. Okay, great. Great. Okay, we will start. Before we start, welcome all of you to this first live session that we are having here for solving your doubts regarding general ailments that you have, that we face in our day-to-day lives. Okay, we had taken a few requests from you in the group, and we'll be discussing only those issues today. Okay, in between, if you have any other doubts after the session completes, we will take up those issues, but we'll try to complete these issues. Okay, and we will be having regular issues like sessions like this from now on, so that we can cover as many issues and doubts that you will be having. Okay, so let's start. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
okay, great. Yes. So today's live session is about discussing few issues. These were the issues that you people had doubts about and wanted to ask. So first thing, we'll go in order. And why I have put this order is the more request, the popular requests will come first. Later ones will come later. Okay. Some people had DM'd me directly also. They hadn't messaged in the group. So you will find other things that you have not already mentioned in the group. Okay. So first thing we'll discuss is, like I told you, spleen issues. People wanted to know the pattern of damp cold attack on spleen. Okay, or when there is cold, humid cold in the spleen, what happens? Why it happens? I don't know the reason why this question was raised in the group. Whether you people are facing these issues or you just want to know what is the pattern or how it affects. Okay. Shri ma'am and I think Sunita both had asked the same question, right? Yeah. So when you understand damp and cold, now tell me in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and tell me, what do you mean by damp? What do you mean by cold? Let's keep it interactive. Otherwise, I will also go to sleep. Okay. See, ma'am, damp andre, what is damp? What is cold? When you say damp, what do you understand by damp?
It's a severe cold, ma'am.
Damp is severe cold. Okay. Chandra ma'am, Rupa ma'am, all of you have to respond now.
Coldness means acute problem, and dampness is the chronic.
Okay. Rupa ma'am, what do you understand by damp and cold?
Dampness is caused due to long term and it's an infection, ma'am.
Okay.
Coldness, it's not chronic. It is immediate. So it comes and
Okay.
goes.
Coldness is immediate, that is acute. And dampness, you say, is now. I will show you something and you will tell the answer yourself. This is a hanky. Okay. I have some water. If I add water into that, what will the hanky become?
Wet.
Wet. So wet is also called as damp,
Dampness.
right? So when it becomes wet or when it becomes damp, क्या होता है? What happens? Or I'll take one paper. Take a paper. If this becomes wet,
Fungus will develop, ma'am. Bacteria and fungus will develop.
that is all the consequences. Now tell me, you're carrying a bag of sand. If it becomes damp, what will it happen? How will it feel?
Heavy.
Heavy.
Yes.
It will be.
Dampness is always associated with
Heavy.
being heavy, right?
Yeah.
So now you tell me, if there is coldness, what will happen? What is the property of cold? Supposing you take water, the same water, and you put it in the freezer, make it cold, what happens?
Solidifies.
Solidifies. For it to solidify, what has to happen?
Freeze.
Bacteria.
Freeze.
Formation of bacteria will be more.
Freeze.
Has to contract, no? It has to contract. That extra holding, that compression will be there. Yes or no? If I take this bottle of water, okay, and if I freeze it, obviously the volume will reduce. It will compress, yes or no? It will take less area, less space. So now we'll go back to the slide, and now you tell me. Yeah. Now, damp, cold attack on spleen means, in plain words, it is saying there is excess of heaviness and excess of construction that is happening in the spleen and spleen's functioning properties and all the organs and issues that it is related to. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So, damp generally means heavy, being weight. Cold means constriction. Now, when both dampness and coldness are there, it generally will create stagnation in the body. There will be blockages, inflow of blood, inflow of chi, everything. Okay. When you are having dampness, you will become heavy and sluggish, isn't it? The functioning of the spleen will become sluggish.
Okay.
Sluggish means what? Lazy. What is sluggish? If you're having too much of damp, okay, obviously you will start moving slow. Okay. Your movement will become more difficult, right? And chronic issues means you will also have stagnation, right? So these are the patterns you will see in spleen. Now, let's look at the examples, okay? And one more thing you need to understand is, even though spleen is a dampness organ, okay? All of you know a little bit of TCM, I believe, okay? Spleen is the organ for dampness element, right?
Yes,
Earth
ma'am.
element. But Spleen dislikes cold. Spleen will never like cold. That is why people who eat more of cold generating foods, right? When I say cold generating foods, anything that is raw, if you eat too much of raw food for a long time, or if you're eating majorly raw foods, you will see most people will even eat raw meat. That is the worst thing that you can do. Those of you are non-vegetarians, you know that all kind of inflammatory diseases arise when you're not cooking your food properly, right? There are only certain foods that's supposed to be eaten raw, certain foods that's supposed to be cooked and eaten. And according to Ayurveda and according to TCM and nutrition, it is known that you are allowed to eat only a certain amount of or proportion of food per meal in a raw form. So if you see our typical Indian meal that we have, particularly, I don't know how much it is prevalent in North India, because North India, it is all roti sabji, roti sabji. But when you come to South India, and if you have a proper traditional meal, you will see we have all kinds of elements incorporated in our banana leaf. Okay. We start from paisam, because that is the first thing that we see in the corner of the banana leaf, and then we go to the first floor. It is all raw vegetables and salads. Okay, and we have little cooked also along with that. Bhaji is also there. Okay, we go for the fiber. When you cook something, you are enhancing the fiber and you are making the carbohydrates, proteins, and other things easily digestible. Right? Then we go for the actual carbohydrates, that is the rice or chapati or whatever you eat. Okay, that is how it is supposed to be. So our spleen does not like coldness. Okay, now what are the general symptoms you will see? You will see general heaviness is there. Body will feel heavy, they will feel bulky, they'll have lethargy, and digestion will become sluggish. Okay, and they'll have poor appetite. That is, they will not get hungry easily, and even if they get hungry, they can't eat. You will see this situation when particularly mothers and caretakers will know this. If somebody is having any kind of infection, viral infection, stomach infection, bacterial infection, any kind of infection means humidity. Okay, humid and heat is there, both are there. Humid heat means infection. So you will try to forcefully feed your children, but they will not eat. People will come to me and say, ma'am, my daughter is having fever. He's not eaten anything since 2 days. He is not feeling hungry. What to do? The problem here is humidity. Okay. When humidity is there, it will curb the hunger. When heat is there, it will enhance the hunger. In some ailments, you will see the patient will feel hungry. But when you give something to eat, they will eat only 1 or 2 morsels. Just 1 or 2 spoons, and then I feel like cooking, I don't want to eat. These are symptoms of damp cold and humid heat. Okay, so when damp cold is there, appetite is not there at all. Damp heat, appetite is there, but they will not be able to eat properly. Did you get the difference? Is the difference clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Next is they will
Can
have
you please
feeling
repeat
of,
it one more time? Sorry.
see, when humid heat is there, hunger is
Okay.
present. They will feel hungry, but when you give them something to eat, they can't eat more. Very little they will eat. They'll say they have this what do you say, nausea kind of feeling. I don't want to eat. I feel full. Those kind of things are there. But when damp cold is there, complete loss of appetite is there. They will not feel hungry at all. Okay. So this is the basic two difference. Okay. And they'll have general feeling of fullness in the epigastrium. Epigastrium is your stomach and upper region. They will feel heavy in the chest. Okay. And they will also have heaviness in the lower abdomen. See, any kind of pain or issues, okay? See, whenever a patient is coming to you and they're saying, I have stomach distension or stomach pain, the first thing you need to do is you need to ask them, where is the pain? Okay. If they say the pain is around the navel, then it is heat issues, large intestine heat or stomach heat. If they say, no, generally my complete abdomen, I have heaviness, pain, then it is spleen. And if they say lower abdomen is heavy, okay, I feel like using the restroom regularly, but I'm not satisfied. Okay, I have constipation issues, I have gas related issues, bloating is there, then it is all damp cold in the spleen, humidity in the spleen. Okay. So, and they will also have loose stools. Why there is loose stools? See, whenever there is excess dampness or coldness in the body will try to eliminate it through all the orifices that is there. They will have either lot of sweating will be there, loose motions will be there, or frequent urinations will be there. If it is in the chest, they will have running nose, right? If the damp coldness is accumulated in the ears, they will have secretions from the ears. So body always tries to eliminate what it does not want. So if you're having loose motions, my advice is if you're having loose motions for 1 or 2 or maximum 3 to 4 times, don't bother. Allow your body to eliminate it. Only if it is causing lot of tiredness and you're use the restroom for more than 5 times, and if it is watery loose stools or watery diarrhea, then you need to intervene. So the best course of action when you are having occasional loose stools, for example, you have eaten out somewhere, okay, some party, some Deepavali celebrations, you went to your relative's house or you had a wedding, whatever issues, you had something outside, dampness is increased in your body, 1 or 2 days you will have loose stools. Okay, do not intervene. Let the body take its course, let it eliminate all the dampness. Okay, so this is a symptom that your body is eliminating the damp and cold. Okay, yeah, next. You will feel cold in the epigastrium, okay, in your chest and your stomach area. You will feel cold, and that holding tight sensation will be there. People will say, Ma'am, I'm feeling very tight around my belt area. Okay, I can't wear my pant. I can't wear anything around. I feel very tight. I feel like I need to wear loose clothes. Okay. And if you ask them, the next question you need to ask them is, how do you feel when you apply heat? When you are applying hot bag or you're taking a hot shower, if it is improving, then it is a sign of damp coldness. Okay. Because when coldness is excess, it shows improvement with heat. Okay. So this is one symptom for damp cold in the spleen. And obviously, since it is spleen, you will have heaviness all over the body. Like I told you, your head will start feeling heavy. Sinus issues you will have. Okay. You will have dizziness. Okay. When you turn, you will start having dizziness. You feel that heavy sensation and general body heaviness you will feel. Right. Then you will start having that sweet craving or sweet taste in your mouth. Sometimes you will have absence of taste and absence of thirst because already coldness is there, already damp is there. Your body does not want more water. Right? Please mute yourself, whoever it is. Next, since it is heaviness, it will obviously show lot of lethargy, lot of tiredness. Sometimes complete lassitude will be there. They'll feel very sick, very weak. They can't even get up. Obviously, nausea is there. Why nausea is there? Anybody can tell me the reason for nausea in damp, cold? The same damp and cold means heaviness. It has to settle. Why you are having nausea? Any idea?
Because phlegm, ma'am, due to phlegm accumulation.
Yes. And see, the direction of chi movement in spleen is what? Up, right? Now you will ask me, ma'am, but spleen means digestion, it has to go inside, no? This we have spoken in our basic course, okay? The purpose or the function of spleen is to lift the energy, hold the organs, transform, transport. When these functions are hampered, obviously, when excess damp is there, it will start pushing up. And you will have nausea, but you will not have vomiting. That urge to eliminate is there. That is why it is trying to push it either up or down. That is why nausea is there. And yes, when phlegm is there, body will try to eliminate the phlegm and you will start having nausea. And obviously edema will be there. Edema around the waist. Okay. Some people during menopause or just before your menstrual cycle, you feel you have this bloating and heavy sensation in your stomach. Okay. Once dampness is cleared, you will feel much lighter. Okay. Swelling around the joints, swelling in the legs. Okay. If it is more in the leg, it is kidney issues. But that is also included in, that also comes under damp cold in spleen. Okay. And they will have a dull white complexion. Because cold means pale and white. Right. In female, excess vaginal discharge, that is white in color. Okay. It could have fishy smell also. Right. That is there. And on examining the tongue, it will appear pale, sticky, white coat will be there. Pale is always either deficiency or coldness. Sticky always indicates excess damp retention or stagnation. And white is obviously cold and damp. This kind of coating will be very rooted and it can't be removed easily. So people who are in, what do you say, pre-diabetic, okay, they can also have little swollen tongue also here. Okay. They will have this kind of tongue pattern. Right? So it is showing that already dampness is there in your spleen. Try to eliminate it. Now, what are the acupuncture points you need to use for eliminating damp cold? Obviously, spleen 9 and spleen 6 will eliminate dampness. Any kind of dampness in the body, spleen 9 is a must point. Any kind of infection, you have a pus formation, you have water oozing, you have water retention, you're feeling heavy, bloated, SP9. Then is our SP6. Where is my cursor? Okay, you have your SP9, SP6. Then obviously spleen 12, right? Spleen 3, why are you using spleen 3? Because we are increasing the function of spleen. What function? The elimination, the transportation and transforming property. Okay, then stomach 8, excellent for any damp cold issues, particularly above the neck. UB22, obviously back shoe point. CV9, very good for eliminating any kind of urinary damp coldness retention and other things. Okay, and obviously CV11. I hope all of you know the location of these points. If you don't know, you can go to the Google and you can just type in these points and they'll show you the points. Since you're all old students or already students who are having some knowledge of acupuncture, you will be knowing the location of this. Tone or sedate? We are going to tone these points or sedate these points. Tell me now. Chandra ma'am, tone करेंगे, sedate करेंगे, क्या करेंगे इन points?
sedation मैम, sedation.
Sedation. Sedation क्यों करेंगे?
डैम्प को निकालना है ना मैम शरीर से.
हाँ, because stagnation is there. Whenever there is stagnation, that means it is excess. Okay. So we are going to sedate these points. Right. Next. The next pattern we are going to study is learn or rather try to understand is stomach heat pattern. What was there? Because before we go into this pattern, I would like to know the people who had asked for this pattern issue. What was the reason for asking this issue? why did you ask me to explain about stomach heat pattern? Come on, who are the ones who asked me?
Actually, last week, as you know, ma'am, I had stomach heat and stomach upset due to the traveling.
Okay.
And
So, what were your symptoms? When you said stomach heat, how did you
I
say
had
you have stomach
burning
heat?
sensation. I had burning sensation in stomach and felt nausea
Hmm,
and total and full of body tiredness, ma'am.
exactly. So now she told most of the patterns already. We know that stomach does not like heat. Okay, but big confusion now. Just one slide before, ma'am said spleen does not like cold, have cooked hot meal. Now ma'am is telling stomach does not like heat. Should I eat cold or should I eat hot now? What will you eat? Okay. So the answer to this is a normal healthy person should eat hot, fresh cooked meal. Fresh means not more than 4 or 5 hours. Okay. You have fresh cooked meal. And when I say hot, it should not be something that is creating heat. I'm talking about the prakriti. I'm not talking about the temperature. Eating too much of spicy food, eating too much of, what do you say, pungent kind of food. Okay. These all will create heat. Okay. People think eating ice cream will cool my body. Ice cream actually creates more heat.
Heat. Yes.
Okay. Curd is very cooling. People have curd and put sugar and they eat. They drink lassi thinking it is all going to cool the system. It is actually going to increase the system, heat in the system. If you want to cool your system and if you're looking for dairy as a source for that, buttermilk is the best source for cooling your system. So when you cook, don't cook spicy food. You will not believe me. In olden days, people came to India in search of the spices. Okay. Spices were the reason everybody started searching for India. What was the importance of spice? It was not for the taste because spice had medicinal value. Okay, they were all wild grown substances. Okay, they never did farming of grain of spices. Right, spices were generally grown naturally. Okay, in the forest. If you had orchids, that is fruit trees in your garden. Okay, surrounding the fruit trees used to have pepper and other things growing, clove and other things growing. Okay, just the way they have shown in that movie Kantara, chapter 1. Okay, so that is how it was supposed to be grown. Now we are using spice for everything. Every food and meal we prepare, we are using garam masala. That is what is creating excess stomach heat. So spices have a medicinal value. We should use them as a medicinal purpose. Okay, even you will see in South Indian preparations, when we prepare sambar or rasam, we have the pre-mixed powder. No, but earlier it used to be freshly made. Okay, how much of spice do you add? 1 or 2 cloves, 4 or 5 peppers. Okay, a small piece, this much of what do you say? Yeah, everything used to be very controlled
Yes.
and small quantities. Okay, but now that whole preparation, you add 1 spoon of garam masala. Any dish you prepare, you have 1 spoon of garam masala, which is very bad. So all we need to do to eliminate stomach heat pattern is go back to eating what our ancestors used to eat. Okay. Cook natural. Okay. And best form of food that you can take. Okay. They say the yogic food is the best food for health. And yogic food is always tasteless. When I say tasteless, it is tasteless for us because our palates are all accustomed to high stimulating, what do you say, flavors. Bland kind of food which has enough of salt, sweet, spice, and the natural taste of the food is what is required for our health. Right? So that is the kind of food we are supposed to eat. So this is the main cause for stomach heat, because stomach does not like heat. So stop eating heat generating foods and eat seasonal fruits. Okay, cook your meal and eat. Okay, and stop drinking hot tea, hot soup. You need to drink hot. Okay, even today in certain cultures, particularly if you go into this Oriental cultures, when I say Oriental, it is the Chinese and the Vietnamese and all of them. After every meal, they will have hot tea. Japanese and Chinese, you will see, they will have hot tea. What is the size of the tea? It is not that big mug that we have. They don't drink tea in glasses like this. It is a very small thing. They just drink like this. Because it is a herbal tea. Generally, it is not the tea leaves that we are growing right now commercially and drinking. Generally, it is herbal tea. If you go to Kashmir, the tea you drink there is called kava. Kava is a herbal tea. It is not that tea that we prepare at home with all the decoction and milk and other things. Okay, so that is a kind of tea you need to drink. Okay, so we are accustomed to having ice cream after meal, having dessert after meal. So it is going to reduce your digestion. Okay, when digestion is stagnated, long-term stagnation and deficiency will cause heat. Right. Now, when there is heat in stomach, it will cause contraction. What is contraction? Who can tell me what is meant by contraction?
When energy flowing opposite pattern, ma'am.
Yes, opposite pattern. Our stomach energy always moves downwards. So when you eat, as you all know, our esophagus is controlled by the stomach organ. So when you eat, food has to move through the food pipe into the stomach. So the movement of chi or prana is downwards. When there is excess heat, what is the property of heat?
Goes up.
Burning.
Burning. Motion wise, I'm asking you. Heat will always rise and expand. Right? When you light a flame, it burns. That is obvious. And it will rise up and it will expand. The heat will expand. That is why they say metal expands on heat. Railway tracks will become longer and our doors will start becoming tight because it is expanding and contracting, na? Because of that. So excess heat in the stomach will cause contraction. That is when contraction is there, ulta direction of flow, and that is why you are having vomiting, nausea. Anybody who has nausea, the best point of treatment for that, what is the point? Other than P6.
P6.
I know, obviously P6. Other than P6. What is the point that you prescribe to the patient? कौन सा point है? बोलो बोलो.
CV12, ma'am.
CV12, okay.
Stomach
best-
36. Don't.
Stomach 36.
25.
Stomach 36 is the point because stomach 36 has the property to pull down chi anywhere in the body. If you have excess above on the upper warmer, stomach 36 is the go-to point. It is one of my favorite points. Okay. It can be used for excess patterns, deficient patterns. So contravections means 3 points compulsory you give for patients. Anybody who is having stomach heat patterns and nausea and vomiting. Pericardium 6, obviously. Stomach 36 and GB 34 also will reduce or pull down your chi. Right? So as I told you, stomach chi moves downwards. So if stomach heat is there, you will have burning epigastric pain because the heat is moving into your esophagus. You will have lot of thirst because it is drying up your mouth. Okay. And you will have sore regurgitation. That is all the acid that is there in your stomach. Because it is rising, Okay, you put a hot iron ball into water, it will rise, no? It will make it come up, no?
Yes.
That is why sore regurgitation will be there. Belching will be there. Belching is that
Eben.
burping that you have. And one more important symptom is vomiting as soon as you are eating. Mothers will see this complaint in children, okay? As soon as they eat, they will vomit. So this is stomach heat pattern. Okay. All you can do is stomach 44, simply apply on green dot. Okay. This will help. And they will have excessive hunger, excessive thirst, I already told. Foul breath, that is, they will have bad smell. Whenever you're talking of heat, heat means smell. Anything that is smelling is heat. You have a wound, if it is become infected and smelling, that means heat is there. Okay, you have diarrhea and it is smelly diarrhea, heat is there. Okay, you have any kind of discharge in your body and heat, smell is there, heat is there. And our buccal cavity or our mouth is governed by stomach. So foul breath means stomach heat is there. And tooth decay and weak bones. Why tooth decay and weak bones? You will see people who have long-term stomach heat patterns. Na? They will have tooth decay and weakening of bones. They will have cervical issues, back pain issues, joint issues. Okay. Doctor will say you have disc degeneration. Your bones are degenerating. Osteoporosis you are having. Okay. That is because if your body has to eliminate that stomach heat or that excess acid, Jataragni, okay, acid is always neutralized by what? Acid we learnt in 6th standard only, no? 6th, 7th standard. For acid neutralization, we use salt or bases. So calcium is the one that neutralizes our stomach acid. Okay. So the more stomach heat you have, the more calcium is being leached out from your bones, teeth, and even your organs also. So that is why people with chronic stomach heat patterns will feel very weak, very tired. Because calcium is one of the most important, what do you say, signaling molecule in our body. Sodium and calcium are two. One of that important one is calcium. That is why vitamin D and calcium is very important. Okay. And I'm happy Shri ma'am is sitting near the window. She's getting a lot of sunlight and vitamin D. Really, it is not a joke, but it is very important. We are neglecting sun very badly nowadays.
Yes.
Right? So that is very important. Next. General feeling of heat is there.
मैम
Okay.
थर्स्ट के बारे में थोड़ा इसमें समझाइए ना, कैसा थर्स्ट रहेगा, मतलब बार बार
थर्स्ट
पानी
मतलब
का
जैसे मुझे
प्यास,
अभी लग रहा है ना, मैंने
बार बार
2
पानी
3
का
दिन से
प्यास है।
बाहर कर रही हूँ, मीटिंग है, मेरा कोई फंक्शन है, गेट टुगेदर है, तो अनक्वेंचेबल थर्स्ट, बार बार पानी पीने का मन करता है.
जिसमें मुंह से उगता जाता है जैसे ऐसा।
And it is not sipping. Okay, since I'm talking right now, I can't drink completely. I'm drinking little by little. Okay, it is like you give them water, they will gulp it down. That kind of extreme thirst will be there. Okay, they will have dry lips, dry mouth, dry throat, all these things will be there. They'll keep asking for water. They'll say, I'm not satisfied even after drinking so much water. They'll say 2 लीटर पानी पी लिया, फिर भी I'm feeling thirsty. पता नहीं यार, इतना पानी पी रही हूँ, फिर भी मुंह सूख रहा है. That kind of thirst will be there.
ओके ओके
Okay. So
ओके
stomach heat pattern only.
मैम
Excess hunger and excess thirst is stomach heat pattern only.
ओके
Okay.
एंड
Because Jatragni is there. It is digesting and it is vaporizing all the food and all the water. Okay. Right? Clear? Any other doubt?
मैम मसूड़ों में ईचिंग होती ना, जिंजियाइटिस बोलते हैं जो,
हाँ.
वो भी स्टमक हीट है?
That is spleen.
ओके
Okay. Your mouth is your, if you have ulcers in your mouth, na, not on your tongue, inside your mouth. Okay. Then it is stomach. Okay. Gingivitis is because of weak jaws, no? Weakness is in the jaws because spleen is not strong enough. Jaws are basically muscle kind of structure. Even though you have the bone there, you have the muscles that has to hold the teeth. ये teeth है, so the muscle has to hold the teeth like this, no? If spleen is weak, your muscles will become flaccid. You start having bleeding and other things. Obviously, bleeding means stomach heat also, but any loosening of teeth and other thing is spleen. Okay, you can treat stomach and spleen. See, I never see stomach and spleen separately. For me, stomach and spleen are one entity. In all the other paired organs, stomach and spleen are the ones that are very closely knit together. No two paired organs work as closely as stomach and spleen. So I do not see them separately. So when any stomach issues is there, I will obviously treat the spleen and stomach. When spleen issue is there, I will also treat the stomach and spleen together. Okay.
Yeah.
But for your question, it is spleen. Okay. Now
Okay,
coming
ma'am.
back, stomach heat pattern means general feeling of hotness is there. Okay. And stomach heat pattern can also lead to diabetes. One of the patterns for diabetes is stomach heat. Okay. And what is the tongue appearance? It is obviously heat means it will be red. Where is the red? It is not all over. See, if the complete tongue is red, that means yang excess is there or general heat is there. If it is red only in the center, because the center part of the tongue is for stomach, and you will find it is having yellow coating. No matter how small, if it is acute, you will find slight yellow coating. Sometimes we'll have to see the tongue very carefully to see whether there is yellow coating or not. Okay. And if it is too much yellow and thick, that means humid heat is also there. Along with heat, humidity is also there. Excuse me. Okay. Is that clear? Tongue pattern. Next. How is the pulse? Pulse, obviously, heat means fast. It will be rapid. Okay. And it will be as if it is coming out, slightly overflowing in the middle position. What is the middle position? When you see the pulse, you have superficial, middle, and inner. Okay. In the middle, it will start outflowing. Okay. When you have experience a deeper pulse and release, that is a middle pulse. Okay. There you will see the pulse is as if it is going to overflow. What are the points? Stomach 44, excellent point for removing heat. Not only in stomach, any kind of heat, general heat symptoms if you have, you can treat stomach 44. Okay. Actually, I am a very good specimen for today's example. Okay. Because I've been, yesterday also I had a lunch party. And 2 days before that also I had to eat outside. I'm having a lot of stomach heat. Today morning, you could see in my stomach area, it is bleeding. Slight, one small, when I'm brushing, I'm seeing it is bleeding. Okay. But unfortunately, because of this camera, you can't see that clearly. So in the stomach area, you will see the problems. Stomach 34 is an excellent point. Stomach 21. CV12, obviously, like you said, CV13. And LI11, any kind of humid heat issues anywhere in the body, any pattern, not just stomach heat pattern. Heat means stomach 44 and stomach 11, I will treat. Okay. And LI4 also, reduce heat. Particularly if it is external heat, LI4 you can use. Okay. Because why we are using LI4? What is the nickname of LI4? My students will be knowing this. What is the nickname of LI4? Or what is
Pain reliever.
Forehead.
Okay, and another one important name.
Yeah.
Basic exam में पूछा था. I had asked this question in basic exam.
Forehead here.
No, ma'am,
It is called
removes
master
the extent.
eliminator.
Master eliminator, yes, yes.
Yes, master eliminate.
Yes. Because stomach 4 is master eliminator, it will eliminate anything. Heat, cold, blood stasis, chi stagnation. That is
LI4.
for constipation patients, we use LI4. Okay. People who are having weakness, who are having cold, cough, fever, any kind of stasis, we will use LI4. Pain is there means stasis is there, blood stasis is there. That is why LI4 is used as painkiller point. It is called painkiller point because it is a master eliminator. The science behind that is whenever there is pain, I fell down, I got hurt here, or I got cut. That means there is stasis over there. Energy stasis, blood stasis, everything is there. That is why pain is there. Far from that area, you will not have pain because there it is still moving. Energy is moving, blood is moving. So for eliminating that pain, you need master eliminator. So remember this, huh? It is the most important point. My second favorite point is LI4. Other than pregnant women and people who are having elimination kind of issues, nausea, vomiting, loose motions, and other things. Other than those people, you can use LI4 for anybody. Right? Yeah. Now, the next topic was numbness and tingling, cold hands and feet. Who had asked about this issue? Who wanted to know about this issue? I don't remember. Okay, never mind. So numbness means what? You tell me, what do you understand by numbness?
Less circulation.
Blood circulation is less, ma'am.
Numbness means basically I'm not feeling anything. Right? There is no sensation. Okay. Supposing you are wearing a ring, it's become very tight, or you are wearing a rubber band around your finger, it becomes very tight. What happens to the tip of the finger? It becomes numb. It becomes cold. Isn't it? It becomes numb and it becomes cold. If you touch it, it is cold. You can try it. If you have something, you can just put it around your finger for another 10-15 minutes until the class finishes, and you will see it becomes cold. What is happening? Basically, you are stopping all circulations. No sensation of your nerves is there, no sensation of your blood vessel is there. So this is the basic reason behind numbness. Now let's go into a little bit detail, technicalities. It is basically spleen imbalance. Why? Example is Raynaud's syndrome. Raynaud's syndrome, random tingling and cold hands and feet will be there. Okay, this is because the capillary circulation is blocked. What is capillary? You have your artery, which is the biggest blood vessel. From the artery, you will have your veins. Okay, and from the veins, when it goes to the tip of your extremities of your bodies or into the organs, you will find small capillaries. That is, the blood vessel become narrow, 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 narrow. It become very thin, just like your roots. Start from a mother root, big root. As it goes, the root has will become very thin. Huh? Same mechanism we have. These are called capillaries. And the blood circulation in the capillary is controlled by which organ? I'm not seeing anybody typing, answering, nothing. Blood circulation in the capillary is controlled by which organ?
Spleen.
Spleen.
Yes.
Okay, so spleen controls the blood, capillary blood circulation. So if anybody is talking of tingling sensation, numbness, that means there is no circulation. Okay, one of the reason could be spleen imbalance. Okay, spleen is not holding, it is not. See, blood vessels are basically muscles. Huh? And your heart is also a muscle. It has to pump, and even in between your arteries also, in your blood vessels also, they also have constrictions. It is not that only your blood is pumping and your blood is moving up until your tip of your finger. Even your arteries also will flex. They will also have motion. That is why you can sense your blood pressure. If it was rigid like one pipe, you will not sense the pressure, right? So when that firmness of the capillaries is lost because of spleen deficiency, circulation will be deficient. Did you understand the basic reason behind this now?
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
even if you don't know any acupuncture points, you can still treat your spleen reflex. You can still treat the patient with diet so that they can improve their spleen, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
understanding the root is very important for treating. No matter you use 2 points, 10 points, 100 points. If you understand the cause properly, you can treat them properly, right? And we know spleen holds and lifts the organ. So for the proper elasticity and firmness of the capillaries, spleen should work properly. Okay. And weak capillaries will lack circulation. What are the points you can use for improving this? Obviously, you will treat your spleen chi first. Okay. Spleen 3, spleen 6, and the back shoe points of spleen and stomach you will treat. Stomach 36 also you can add here. I have not mentioned, but you can add liver 8, you can treat, and obviously H7 because blood circulation has to happen. And the lung 9 we are using. Why we are using lung 9?
Lung covers
Specific,
energy.
specific for pulse, na? For your blood vessels. Na? This is what you say, influential point of your blood vessels. So lung 9, sometimes when you are seeing in patients, we will not see any pulse. You can't feel their pulse. Just put one needle on lung 9 and leave for 5 minutes, then you will start seeing their pulse. Okay. Remember in my basic class, I told you in detail about lung 9. Okay. So lung 9 generally for any kind of circulation issue, blood vessel related issue, we will use. The second reason is stasis of cold in liver. Okay. When there is cold stasis, you will have fullness and distension of hypochondrium. Hypochondrium is space between your ribs. Okay. So where your liver is there, you will start having fullness, distension, pain. Okay. And in men, this pain will reach all the way to the scrotum. Okay. And testis. And they will feel better with warmth because whenever coldness is there, application of warmth will increase that pain. Okay. PMS, stomach cramps, is also because of liver coldness, stagnation. If it is relieving with heat, then it is coldness. With heat, if it is aggravating, that means it is T stagnation or excess heat. Okay, stomach cramps if you have. Now, another symptom is you'll have vertex headaches, cold hand and feet. Here, what is happening is, because liver coldness is there, liver is very important for movement of chi. Right? And without chi, blood will not move. So when liver coldness or coldness stagnation in the liver is there, the blood will not be able to move to the extremities, the hands and legs or the head. So people will start having vertex headache. Vertex is tip of the head. Right? They start having headache here. Reason is they will feel dizzy also because blood circulation is not happening. That is why. And vomiting of clear watery fluids or dry vomit. They say pitta. Pitta vanti aitu they say in Kannada. Okay, clear that bile secretion, that kind of taste you will have. You will have the bitter taste in your mouth. Okay, if you're having that bitter taste all through the day, it means which pattern? If you're having bitter taste only early in the morning, it is which pattern? You're doing revision, okay, of intermediate course. In fact, this is master's course. All through the day means it is liver fire. Only early in the morning for 1 or 2 hours means it is heart fire.
Yes.
Do you remember this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So all through the day that sore regurgitation is there and that bitter taste is there in the mouth. And in women, you can have shrinking of vagina. Tongue will be pale, wet. Okay, wet because cold is there and pale because circulation is not there. Chi and blood circulation is not happening. Okay, what are the points for this pattern? CV3, Li5, Li1 and liver 4. Why are we using liver 5 and liver 4 here? What is the function of liver 5? One of the main functions of liver 5. Liver 4, obviously, it is the Z-clef point. That's why we are using that. Liver 5, why we are using? Because just now we learned
Circulation, ma'am.
circulation in your external genitalia related issues, liver 5 we will use. Any kind of issues in external genitalia. Okay. Just now, what are the patterns we learned here? Scrotum pain, okay, issues in the vagina, all these things. That is why we are using liver 5 and Li for obvious. Right? Now, other patterns are also there for numbness and tingling. Okay, we need to manage the
Was
patient
tonified,
generally.
ma'am, that points.
हाँ?
Was tonified or sedate?
आप बताओ
That-
पास करेंगे 25 करेंगे आप ही बताओ
I think
कोल्डनेस का
sedate.
स्टैग्नेशन बता दिया यहाँ पे,
Stagnus है तो sedate करेंगे.
सेडेट करेंगे. Okay, whenever there is stasis or excess, we are sedate. Okay, other than this, see, these points generally will work in providing some relief to the patient. Other than these 2 points, you can have numbness, tingling and cold hands and feet because of liver, spleen and heart blood deficiency or heart yin deficiency. Okay, when blood is also low, the amount of blood itself is low, circulation will not be there. You have to tonify the spleen, tonify the heart, tonify liver blood. Okay, spleen 3, spleen 6, stomach 36, liver 8. Okay, UB 20, UB 22, UB 17, all these points you will. Okay, damp heat in gallbladder, GB 34. Excellent point for any kind of damp heat anywhere in the body. Right? Kidney indeficiency, again K3, K7, K6. Okay, everything you will use. Okay, because kidney indeficiency will create empty heat. So when anything is empty means circulation will not be there. Right? Is this clear? Okay.
Yes,
Try to move a little fast from now. Okay. The next issue we were supposed to discuss was muscle weakness. So muscle weakness can be because spleen and heart blood deficiency. Again, I told you, muscles are controlled by spleen, and weakness means there is not enough of nourishment that is well. So pattern is will have palpitation, anxiety, dizziness, insomnia, dream disturb sleep. See, I can tell you orally also why I have prepared the presentation is with this visual thing you can make your notes later on. Always taking notes will keep your memory active for long term. Okay. And easily started. Okay. Heart in deficiency means you will see people when they're doing some serious work, you just touch them, they will get scared. When they're sleeping, you just touch them, they will wake up with a fright. So easily scared. This typically means heart in deficiency. They will have muscle weakness. Okay. Dull pale complexion and pale lips. They'll have a lot of tiredness and obviously muscle weakness is there. Loose stools, poor appetite and scanty periods will be there. Okay. Pale and thin tongue, lackluster tongue will be there. Very pale, very thin. Okay. The points are H7, P6, CV14, 15, CV4, UB17, 20, backstreet points. These are CV12, stomach 36 and spleen 6. So we're tonifying the spleen points. We're tonifying, these are the first few points are for heart and CV14, CV4, they are for spleen and stomach. We're tonifying the chi and tonifying the blood. Okay, generally blood deficiency is followed by chi deficiency and chi deficiency is accompanied by blood deficiency. If it is for long term, okay. That is why you will see after delivery, the mother feels very tired because loss of blood. Okay, if you are malnourished, if chi is not proper, obviously blood deficiency will be there, anemia will be there. Okay, both of them go together hand in hand. Right. Then other issue was allergy. Somebody had allergy issues, no? They had messaged me yesterday. Who was it? I don't know. I don't know how much my suggestion has helped them. What is the reason? The reason is your Vei chi or defensive chi is weak. Any kind of allergy. Okay, allergy means your body is not able to fight the allergen and it is showing hyperactivity. Okay, stomach and spleen chi deficiency are the patterns. Okay, and this will generate internal dampness, which will cause allergies. Okay, damp and phlegm accumulation will happen. Okay, when chi deficiency is there. When I say damp and phlegm accumulation, it is nothing but toxin accumulation. When too much toxin is there, you will start having allergic skin issues, psoriasis, eczema, all those things. It starts with allergy only. I do not know what kind of allergy the person wanted to know in the chat, so I've included all that I can think of. Right? So it starts with allergy and it manifests as severe issues. Okay. Cause, okay. Wind heat is one of the major cause. It could be external wind heat or internal wind heat. Okay, both the patterns. External means you went out in the hot sun. Okay, that caused some kind of allergy. Or you inhaled some pollen that is causing allergy, that is external. Okay, internal means because of that internal wind, it is creating allergy. You know, the property of wind is to move. So when there is lot of movement and agitation is there, it will create allergy. Allergy means irritation, no agitation. Okay, if the person is having, for example, internal wind related or wind related allergies and urticaria, you will see they will start feeling itching over here. Eruption will come, it will subside. They will start feeling itching here, it will come, it will subside. They will start feeling itching somewhere else. So it will keep moving in the body. So anything moving pattern you see, it is wind pattern. Okay. So this wind heat could be external or internal. So spleen 10 is an excellent point for reducing heat, particularly allergy related heat, because it is closely associated to blood. So blood heat means spleen 10. So obviously lung 7, because we're talking of defensive chi. Defensive chi means lungs. And Li4 is very good for external wind heat. Li11 also. GB20, these are all, see, Li7, Li4, Li11, GB20, liver 2, they're all wind elimination points. Okay, you can use these points for cold cough also. Okay, allergic cold cough, rhinitis you have. Okay, allergic asthma if you have, all those things you can use. What are the treatments? The first important thing, you need to tonify the lung chi, because defensive chi is governed by lungs. Okay, and lung governs the largest organ in your body, which is your skin. Okay, so these are the points that you can use. If you are doing acupuncture, you can leave the needles for 25 to 30 minutes. But if you're doing seed therapy or magnet therapy, do not do it for more than 6 hours, because if you do for more than 6 hours, it can cause running nose and other issues. Do for 6 hours per day, more than enough. Alternate days also, more than enough. Okay. And you have to strengthen the chi, not just tonify the chi, you have to strengthen the defensive chi. Again, same point you can use. Right? You have to do damp elimination. Any kind of allergy means damp elimination you need to do. Best point for damp elimination is GB34, spleen 10 and spleen 9. Right? And auricular points you have allergic point, antihistamine and Shenman. Do you know the location of these points? Could I show it to you? Just a minute. I'll just show it to you. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
see, this is your allergy point. Okay. This is your allergy point. And you have your antihistamine point. This is your antihistamine point. Right? Just beside that, you have your this one also. Shenman also. Here is your Shenman. Let me show you if I can see Shenman.
Both are different, ma'am.
Both are different. It is just one beside the other. Okay, I'll show
Please
you.
show the
Shenman.
first slide.
I'll show you Shenman. Wait. I think it is here Shenman. I'm not finding it right now. Okay, Shenman comes just beside your antihistamine point. Okay. Just a little bit below that it will come. Okay, I'll send you the
Okay, ma'am.
picture in the group. Okay. I had saved it, but right now I'm not able to. Okay. Okay. Now, so these are the points you can treat for allergy. Right? Allergy point, antihistamine, Shenman. Shenman is nothing but your H7 point here. This is Shenman. on the auricular part, you have your Shenman here. Right? Yeah. Shri ma'am, was it you? You would ask for allergy issue yesterday night? How are you feeling? Please unmute. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay right now, ma'am. Actually, yesterday I went outside in the wind, cold wind, and immediately it started itching for me, ma'am. Whole body.
What points did you use?
Actually, I used the what to say, the allergic point,
Okay.
which is shown in auricular, and this one also near this stud.
Okay.
You sent me another point, and I used this one and this one, ma'am. And LI for some 1 second, ma'am. I forgot the point. It's a liver point, ma'am. Liver or lung
Liver
point.
2. Liver
Yeah.
2 and lung 7.
And
I think.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, great, great. See, it is very easy to manage allergy. If you know the cause, you need not go for medications for all these things. And again, that doesn't mean I'm telling you don't use medications. Don't misunderstand, because all kind of healing has its own important relevance. We cannot neglect or negate any of them. But when you have these kind of solutions at home, better use this than go for medications is what I say. Right? And it will work if your body, if you train your body, no, first time when you use it might not work. If you're training your body regularly doing acupuncture point, then you're maintaining a healthy lifestyle, your body will listen to you. It will say, okay, I know, I remember last time when this issue was there, I used these points, so I supposed my body is supposed to react in this way. It will react. Okay, it will help you. The next issue was people was asking for general respiratory immunity. So when we say immunity, obviously, respiratory issues means common general issues we have is cold, cough, allergy, and phlegm accumulation. Right? Any respiratory issues, these are the categories under which anything will come. You name it, whatever, it will come under this one. Right? So in the womb, when the baby is formed, the lung is the last organ to be developed in the womb. That is why premature babies, they will put in the incubator and they will give steroid hormones for the lungs to develop. Okay. And this development happens until unless you reach your adulthood. Okay. That is why you see immunity gets better with age. Small children feel sick often, and grown adults don't feel sick that often unless until you are chronically weak in your lungs. Okay. If you're treating your childhood properly and giving enough time for your body to develop that immunity naturally without interfering for every small cold, cough, not giving antibiotics for every time you come across any issues. Okay. Your lungs will develop healthily, and as you grow, you will see lung related issues will become less. Right? So all you need to do for improving lung respiration is, or lung immunity is, give it time to run the course. If you have an infection, give the cold, cough, viral fever to run its course. Okay. Yeah. As I told you, lung takes time to develop, and that is why defensive chi or your immunity will also take time to develop. And lung governs immunity, because immunity or defensive chi lies in the skin. Because of that, everything related to immunity, you will see, you will treat the lungs. So stress, wrong eating habits and diet can lead to lung deficiency. Most of the time, what happens in small children and toddlers and other things, people will come to us saying cold, cough, phlegm, lot of wheezing, chest condition is there. They will treat the lung point. Ma'am, I treated lung reflex. I added pepper, I added ginger, everything, nothing is working. Can you tell me the reason why it is not working in these situations? Anybody of you have any idea why it is not working? Just think.
Stagnation.
Stagnation hai.
Hmm.
This is why it is not working. Another reason.
Wrong eating habits, ma'am. Due to wrong eating habits.
What happens due to wrong eating habits?
Due to overconsumption of sweets and oily food, it doesn't get time to heal.
Why it is not getting enough time to heal? What is that thing in oily food and sweets that is causing it not to heal?
Dampness.
Exactly. This is what I was looking for. Dampness. Why dampness should affect your lungs? Another thought for food for thought. Why dampness is affecting your lung? Dampness
Since it
means
gets
stomach, no?
okay.
Hey, Sri ma'am, please tell me.
Since it is
Dampness means
getting
stomach.
yeah.
Okay, let's go to our basics, TCM basics. How many organs are there? Or how many elements are there?
It's energy, wind, lungs energy.
5 elements, 6 energies.
Six
Yeah.
energies.
5 elements, 6 energies. And have we learned something about constructive cycle?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Shri ma'am doesn't know what is constructive cycle. How many of you don't know constructive cycle? Please type in the... Okay, 1. What about others? Swara ma'am, she is new, so she will not know. Chittal ma'am and whoever is this iPhone. Do you know what is constructive cycle? Okay, I will try to tell it in another words. Some people might know the concept, but they might not be knowing the term constructive cycle. Do you know mother, son, grandmother concept?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the mother of the lung?
Lung is your spleen and stomach, ma'am.
See. Now you tell me why wrong eating habits will affect the lung. The mother of lung is spleen. Okay. See, you have the spleen, you have the lungs. Mother has to nourish the son for it to function properly. If you are having wrong eating habits, if your spleen is not working properly, if your stomach is not working properly, it itself is in excess or itself is in stagnation, it will not nourish the son. And when lung is not nourished, obviously immunity is reduced. Now, coming back to the original question, why treating the lung is not working for them in those situations? Because
Mother.
you need to ask the patient, what did your child eat in the past few days? Chocolate, biscuits, ice cream, had they been to a birthday party, pizza party? Okay, all these are creating issues in the stomach and spleen. Excess dampness is not created in the, or phlegm is not created in the lungs. Where is it created? It is created in the stomach and spleen. It is transported to everywhere else. Now tell me, which is the point that you will treat for eliminating phlegm or dampness? My third favorite point.
Lung 11.
No, lung 11.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody said lung 11, is it? How lung
Yes,
11?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, throat
Plum, ma'am.
acupuncture. Yeah.
एक एक करके रूपा मैम what according to you?
Ma'am, lung 11.
Lung
To
11,
expel the
lung
smell.
11, just now I told you, no, heat issues, humid heat, any kind of heat.
Expel the phlegm.
Stomach 34, ma'am, if not wrong.
Stomach,
34.
the first 2 letters are correct, the numbers are wrong.
Okay.
Which is the phlegm point? Now, come on, students, tell me. Which is the point for phlegm?
Spleen 9, ma'am.
Stomach 40.
Oh.
Stomach 40. Spleen 9 also. But spleen 9 will eliminate the phlegm. Eliminate dampness. But if you have to stop that phlegm formation. See, somebody is having phlegm in the lungs. Okay. You will use spleen 9, lung 5, lung 7, lung 11. Lung 11 and lung 7 are using it because it will help to expectorate or move that phlegm outside. Okay. How many days will you keep eliminating? More phlegm is accumulating, you have to eliminate. More phlegm is accumulating, you have to eliminate. We have to stop the formation of that phlegm first. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Stop the root. So phlegm formation happens because of stomach imbalance and digestive imbalance. So in those kind of patients, you will have to treat them with stomach 40 and SP9. Also, just by treating lungs will not help. And Langanam Paramaushadam for any kind of phlegm related issues. What is Langanam Paramaushadam? Langanam means fasting. Stop eating. They say, Madam, small children, how can we not give them food? I'm telling you, don't give food that requires more energy to digest. Your digestive system requires 35 to 40% of your body's energy, chi, blood, everything to digest. If that is itself taking 40%, your brain will require another 30%. 70% gone. So in 30, another 30%, your immunity has to also work. Your other heart, lung, kidney, everything also has to work. So immunity will come down. So when you stop giving food, give them lots of soups and fluids, easily digestible, easily bioassimilatable form of nutrients is there. Okay. Nourishment is also there. Healing will also happen. And since stomach is not overworking or it is not, you are giving it rest, it will stop production of phlegm. Okay. If somebody is having excess accumulation issues, okay, any kind of knots, anything related to that, okay. I'm sorry, I'm deviating from immunity, but still, these are the things that comes to my mind when I talk about this concept. Okay. For them, fasting is the best thing. When they say intermittent fasting, I do not mean the modern intermittent fasting. That is, you need to stop eating after your body becomes sluggish. That is, after sunset, don't eat. Your digestion is sluggish after sunset. So that is the best way to stop phlegm accumulation. Okay. So when phlegm is not there, when your mother is nourished, your son is nourished. Okay. So that is why wrong eating habits, you need to take care. Some chronic patients will come, they'll say, ma'am, आपने जितना पॉइंट दिया कुछ वर्क नहीं किया ಏನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ madam, they will say. Then we need to tell them, stop eating food for 2 days, say 1 week, do proper diet, go on liquid diet, okay, eat healthy, don't take too much of carbs, don't take oily foods, okay, increase that humidity quotient in you. Humidity means internal humidity, not that you take from external. Food is also humidity only, but that healthy humidity you need. They have to go for walk, they have to sweat, all these things should happen. Okay, only then immunity will improve. You will find when you start treating patients, they'll say nothing worked, ma'am. Then we'll tell them, okay, go and meet your pediatrician or meet your other doctors. Because obviously, if you tell them to do diet, if you tell them to give 10 different kinds of soups for patient, children will not drink, mothers will not have patience to feed. So how will they improve? Now the next question is, ma'am, if I don't want to go to the doctor, and if my child is not eating, how do I increase this? Or how do I eliminate phlegm? You said fluids. They're not drinking. The best thing is every 15 minutes, give them 2 or 3 spoons of fluid. If you're giving soup, take a small cup of soup. The coffee glass that you drink now in the chai tapri, that glass of soup you take, give them 2-3 spoons. Another 15-20 minutes, don't give them anything. Just see if that lips is getting dry, again feed them. This is natural IV for them. Okay. So by the end of the day, you should be able to finish at least 2 glasses this size of soup or juice or anything on the first day. Second day, you will see they'll start feeling hungry. Pomegranate juice is one thing that I have seen in my experience that will increase immunity and that will increase hunger and eliminate stasis, humid heat stasis. No, there was this recent research. Unfortunately, I have not attached the research paper here. There's this one particular bacteria called Akkermansia. Okay. They have seen it is the best form of probiotic bacteria. Okay. We know lactobacillus, this, everything. So Akkermansia bacteria, they have seen, is the best form of probiotic which increases your gut health. And we need to understand our immunity not just in our lungs, it is in our gut. That is our intestines. Okay, lung and large intestine are immune organs. Okay, that is why we have a particular organ within the large intestine called as appendix, which is the immune organ. Okay, what it does, it holds the sample of all the bacteria, helpful bacteria that we need. When we are deficient, it will use that bacteria to grow that bacteria in your gut. So do you know what is the best source for this Akkermansia bacteria? Pomegranates are known to be the best source for Akkermansia bacteria. Anybody who's feeling low immunity, if you eat lot of pomegranate, take pomegranate juice. If you are making tea of the pomegranate pulp or that outer coating shell, okay, wash it nicely, cut it into small pieces, boil it in 1 cup of water. Okay, sieve it. If you want, you can add little honey. Otherwise, if you can drink just like that, drink just like that. This will increase the natural growth of Akkermansia in your body and you will get natural immunity. Okay, people who have lot of loose motions, this tonic of pomegranates coating, okay, is excellent. I give it to my son whenever he having loose motion kind of issues or digestive related issues. Okay, and pomegranate juice compulsory every time he falls sick, I will give along with soup. At least 2 glasses of pomegranate juice per day he will drink when he is sick. Okay, it also increases that innate heat in your body to naturally fight. It is like natural indirect method of creating your own fever to eliminate toxins. Okay, the faster the bacteria or infection has to go, the higher the body temperature will rise, or the more infection you have, high fever will be there. Yes or no? Slight infection means you'll get pain, slight feverish you will feel, and it will go. Okay, viruses are very difficult to eliminate. That is why you will see viral fever is always high. Okay, because virus keeps mutating very fast. Bacteria do not mutate as fast as viruses. That is why any kind of gut related issue you can treat easily, but viruses, high fever will be there. Okay, so that is how you generate immunity in the body. Okay, and stress will reduce immunity because it will affect your liver, indirectly it will affect your spleen, then it will affect your immunity. Okay, like I told you, most often it is spleen and stomach that leads to phlegm. So humidity is the mother of dryness. So weak digestion causes immunity. Nourish the body properly with home cooked fresh meal for maintaining immunity. Anybody who's having low immunity, please stop eating outside food, anything that comes in packets, or cans, or bottles, or somebody else who you do not personally know as cooked. Okay. If you are my friend, you know me, and I am cooking for you, it is fine. You go to the restaurant, he is not your friend, you don't know, and there he is cooking, it is not fine for you because he does not have your well-being in mind. His energies are about earning money. He wants you to shell out your money. You eat that food, you come home, you are shelling out your money to the doctor. That is the actual energy that is there. Okay. Don't eat food from anybody you don't know personally if you want to improve your immunity. Once in a while, it's okay. But what I'm telling you is don't make this a habit. Right? And spleen and lung chi points. Okay. Spleen 3, spleen 6, stomach 36, UB20, UB21. Okay. Then you have lung 13, lung 7, lung 5. All these points you can use. 25 all these points for better immunity. Okay. And GV4 is a command point for immunity. Excellent point for increasing body's immunity. Right? Because generally this is a yang point. So it will increase the yang in the body to fight the external pathogens. Right. The next is sleep quality. I think we are already 12:40. I'll try to move a little fast. Okay, we have already talked about this extensively in our sleep mastery class. I'll go quickly through this. If anybody wants to know more about sleep quality, You can join our sleep mastery class. Extensively 2-3 hour session we have over there. Okay. Best thing is early dinner, early to bed, that is before 11 p.m. You need to sleep, and switch off your Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is known to be the worst disruptor of sleep. Magnetic radiations that come from Wi-Fi will definitely disturb your sleep. That is when you have dream disturbed sleeps. Okay. And the blue light, the gadgets that we take, it will disrupt our sleep because it blocks our melatonin secretion. Okay. Melatonin is the sleep hormone. We have talked about this extensively in our sleep mastery class. Okay. And no exposure to sun or vitamin D deficiency and vitamin B12 deficiency. These are the biochemical deficiencies, two major biochemical deficiencies, which are the cause for bad quality sleep. Okay. If you're deficient in these two vitamins, okay, rather than vitamin D is actually known more as a hormone than a vitamin. It is the only vitamin that works as a hormone. Okay. So with hormone disruption, obviously we know we can't get sleep. So stress and constantly staying in the parasympathetic state, activated state, that is constantly staying in the stressful state where you have your fight and flight patterns active. Okay, that are reasons for bad sleep quality. If you want to improve them, you can use these points. Your ear Shenmin, you can use stomach 36, it is a parasympathetic point, and liver 3 stimulates our nervous system and calms our nervous system. GB40 we can use, spleen 6 and stomach 36, there again the parasympathetic points which bring your body into the parasympathetic state or nervous system into the parasympathetic state where it is more calmer. Okay. Next, any kind of hormonal issues or endocrine disruption will lead to sleep quality. So this endocrine system, again, I can take another 2 hours lecture, so we will not go deep into that. So if you are having any kind of hormonal issues, make sure you rectify that first. Okay. So liver and heart yin deficiencies can lead to sleep disruption. H7 is an excellent point for these two issues. And like I told you, dream disturbed sleep is because of liver fire and heart indeficiency. Okay, liver fire means liver 2, liver 8, all these points you can use. Heart indeficiency, again, tonify the blood, tonify the yin, H7, P6, okay, UB15. You can use stomach points also because when you're tonifying heart, you need to tonify stomach also. So stomach and spleen points you can use. And any kind of yin deficiency anywhere in the body, SP6 is the point for that. Okay, it will increase the general yin in the body. And insomnia related issues, you have insomnia related exercises where you can do. Okay, meditation that you can do. Try to reduce your stress. Okay, remove your emotional baggages, solve your problems and other things. And try to sleep in a room where you have complete darkness, no disturbing sounds, where the temperature is ambient, it is not too cold, not too hot. Okay, you have a well supported mattress and you have enough air circulation, wear light cotton clothes, okay, where your skin is able to breathe, right? So these are the things that you can do for sleep quality. Okay, having little warm milk in the night will also help stimulate good quality sleep. Okay, provided you are not on the cold or dampness spectrum. Okay. For such kind of people, eating 2 cashews will help increase your sleep quality. Only 2 cashews, not more than that. In the night before sleeping, you can, or after dinner, you can eat 2 cashews, which will help you sleep better. The trick is to have an early dinner. Okay, so that all your ANG activities or digestion activities is completed by the time you go to sleep. Then another question was stress management. Okay, stress basically is from heart and liver issues. We are in stress because we are not in a normal state of flow. When I say a normal state of flow, that means when your energy, your thoughts, your processes, everything are in alignment and they're working in synchrony, then your body is said to be in a flow state. Okay, sometimes we have a lot of expectations and a lot of issues that we need to take care, but our body is not aligned with energy. And if your energy and body are aligned, you're mentally not aligned. You're not able to make decisions. That is when stress arises. You're not able to decide which is my priority, what I need to do. Okay, so that issue comes when your liver is imbalanced. Okay, we need to do lifestyle changes to manage stress. Okay, meditation is a fantastic tool for stress management. Everybody, no matter what, has to do some or the other kind of meditation at least 2 or 3 times in a week to eliminate your stress. Okay, these are the points that you can use for eliminating stress. Okay, because they are basically liver and heart point, which will nourish your liver, heart, and spleen. Okay, so that your body remains in a parasympathetic state. Right? Your chi is optimum, your blood is optimum, everything is optimum. Okay. Meditation, I've already told you. Right. And most important thing is, if you have to eliminate stress, there is something called goal setting, or you need to know how to set your goals so that you are very clear with your goals. It can be long-term goals, short-term goals. You know what you need to do in that day, and you need to properly plan these things. When you learn these things, obviously stress is not there. Right? Stress arises from a state of uncertainty. When you don't know what to do, how to do, when it will finish. What is the reaction of my boss? What is the reaction of my in-laws, my children, my husband, my spouse, everything. Stress comes because you're not sure how things will work out. Okay. So when you have that certainty, when you know, you can expect what you actually think, then stress will not be there. So everybody has to learn to set their goals, even for housewives. We need to set our goals every day. These are the things I need to do for today. I know how to handle them. If your goals are not set properly, and if your processes are not set properly, obviously you will be under stress. You have a lot of pending works, a lot of overlapping works. Okay, you're not able to plan your priorities. Should I take my kid to the class, or should I complete the housework, or should I sit and do my own thing? Okay, if you have set proper time and timetable for all of them, you will not be under stress. So this, most of us, 99% of us lack in this. Even high-end managers, they do not know how to set their goals and how to plan them. They do not know micromanagement, and they do not know how to delegate work to others. They want to do everything on their own. It is not possible. Okay, you cannot stay happy yourself. You cannot keep your child happy. You cannot keep your boss happy. You cannot keep your spouse happy all at once. Someone or the other will be affected by some of the changes. We need to understand that we are not responsible for how other people react to their situations. You need to focus on you, and you need to focus on what matters most to you. Prioritize your work and do that, which is where we all fail. We all tend to become people pleasers. We want to please everybody. Yeah, it is not possible. You cannot please every 100% of the people 100% of the time. And in this race, we are stressing ourselves. We are trying to do something which is impossible. Now you might say, ma'am, impossible is a word in the dictionary of fools. No, it is a word in the dictionary which has some meaning. Okay, too much of Vedanta and too much of philosophy is what is spoiling people now. Okay, so plan, prioritize, and set your goals. Okay, there will come one fine day in life when you will think, I should have said, Bhaad mein jaya dunya. Let them go to hell. I should have taken care of myself. Okay, that is when stress comes. Before you reach that situation, try to understand you are also part of this world. Like others have needs, others have requirements, you are also the same. Okay. They say, no, the person who cannot do something for himself, what he will do for others? If you're not able to please yourself, if you're not able to keep yourself happy, how will you percolate the same thing? Okay, just yesterday, I was, one small story I'll tell you. I was listening to this, I don't know, podcast or some reel, I don't remember. A monk is teaching his students about meditation and how to stay calm. He asked them a question. Okay, I know this is not my story. I heard it from somewhere else. I'm just sharing it with you. Okay, if you're having a cup of coffee in your hand and somebody comes and bumps into you, the coffee will spill. The question was, why did the coffee spill? Each disciple gave different answer. They said because that person was clumsy, I was not paying attention, because I got disbalanced, all the other things. But the monk said no. The answer is because you are having coffee in your mug, you spilled coffee. If you had tea, you would have spilled tea. Similarly, if you have happiness in your mug, you will spill happiness. If you have stress in your mug, you will spill stress. If you have sorrow in your mug, you will spill sorrow. You are a mug. Just make sure what you want to put in your mug. So whatever you have, you spill. You can't spill something you don't have. You can't share something you don't have. So that was the gist of the story, which was very wonderful and I liked it. So that is what we need to remember for managing stress. So see what you want to put in your cup is the takeaway from today's topic. Okay. Not being too attached to your desires, because desires are hedonic in nature. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have time to explain what hedonic is. Maybe some other time when we do another NLP kind of session, we will talk about hedonic natures. Basically, what it is telling is it is never-ending cycle. Today I have something, you're so happy, like my life is done. After a few days, it becomes old, you want a new thing. It's something like that. Okay. And now, best thing, you need to spend time in silence. It is not meditation, but it is silence. There is a lot of difference between meditation and silence. In meditation, you're constantly or consciously trying to control or block your thoughts or observe your thoughts. In silence is you're just trying to keep silent and concentrate on everything else. When you remain silent, supposing I'm talking to you, somebody else speaking, I will not listen. Something that I need to, that is when they say, you stop talking and listen to me first in class. Teachers will say, stop talking, don't make noise. Because when there is a lot of internal noise, you will not be able to perceive the exterior. You will not be able to know where your opportunities are, how to let go on other things. So practicing silence or doing completely nothing. Completely nothing means being wasteful. This is one exercise that you can do every day to manage stress. At least 15 to 20 minutes of silence. Simply sit. No need to close your eyes. No need to have music. Nothing. Without anything, you should simply sit silently for 5 to 10 minutes at least in a day. Okay. And regular exercise and vitamin D is another excellent means of controlling stress. It is seen that people who are deficient in vitamin D, there are a lot of tests and studies done. The stress factor increases when you have deficient vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D is also a hormone, I told you, it plays a lot of vital functions. It works in tandem with many other hormones and chemicals in our body. So people with vitamin D will have a lot of anxiety, palpitation, irritation. So the first thing I always do for any of my patients is I'll ask them to do some blood test. Out of that, vitamin D is one of the things, right? So the other issue was weight loss. Just a minute. How much time do we have? It's already 1 o'clock. I think just this one more topic and probably we will close. Hypertension and diabetes we will take in some other class because they're all big topics. We need more time. So we'll just complete this one thing. Okay. And we'll wind up for today. Okay. For weight loss, generally it is hormonal issues, that is spleen and lung imbalance is there. So auricular points for this is appetite control point, hunger point, 0 point, omega point 2 and mouth. Okay. If you want me to show that here, I will show them. Just a minute. Can you see the screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So first of all is appetite point. We have something called as, okay. Let me search it somewhere else. Okay. I had saved this point. I don't know where I left them. Okay, I will do one thing. I will share the location of these points in the group. Will that be fine? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I had saved them somewhere. See, 0 point and your stomach point is basically your, it comes, your mouth are all in the inside of your single. Okay, I will share the location of these 5 points. Okay. So by your appetite point comes here. Okay, near your tragus. Okay, your 0 point is in your concha kema. Okay, and your hunger point is there. I will share these points. Okay,
Yes.
because I do not have the time to search for it right now. Okay. Acupuncture points, REN 9, stomach 44, GB 21, and Dr. Wall's fat degeneration point, very good for weight loss. So basically it is degenerating or it is burning away your fat anywhere in the body. Okay, there is a particular way in which you need to use this point. Okay, there are contraindications for this. Okay, it is not for everyone. And there are certain points in this meridian that you cannot be using. So that probably if you are attending my classes, you'll get to know how to use this. Okay, other than that, REN 9, stomach 44, GB 41, you can use, sedate these points. Okay. And another major reason for having weight issues is hormonal issues like stress can increase hormonal issues. Lifestyle and eating habits can interfere with your hormonal issues. Most of the time, the chemical-filled loaded substances that we eat act as hormone mimics, okay? And they will generate unwanted proportions, huge proportions of hormones. That is when you tend to have thyroid issues, PCODs, and all those things because we're eating a lot of plastic and chemicals and other things, okay? So one thing we can do is eat healthy. When I say eat healthy, eat good, organically grown, non-pesticide containing foods as much as possible, and try to avoid plastics and synthetic substances that you wear, you eat with, or you carry your food with, all those things. And liver qi stagnation is one of the major causes for hormone issues. Stomach and spleen yin deficiency is also a reason for hormone issues, and kidney insufficiency. Okay. Spleen qi deficiency will cause a lot of hormonal issues in women, where you will have PCOD related issues, menstrual irregularities, excess menstrual bleeding, having breast tenderness, thyroid related issues, hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism. Okay, all these kind of issues you will have. Epigastric pain and hypochondrial pain, tenderness and stiffness in the breasts. Okay, having a lot of nodules and cysts that are growing. Okay, any kind of cysts anywhere. Basic root cause will be spleen qi deficiency. Okay. And obviously, stomach and spleen insufficiency can cause a lot of breast related issues. Okay. And uterine related issues. Okay. Because we know our hormone system is very carefully designed and very delicately balanced system in our body. It is an interconnected system. If one hormone is out of balance, it can affect the others. Okay, that is why we say stress. Because why stress is my first option here? Because stress will release a lot of cortisol, and cortisol has a lot of adverse effects on all other hormones. Okay, if stress is more, your body will not want to think about hormones, digestion, diabetes, burning your impurities, all those things. It will think of survival. And when you're in constant survival mode, your body will need more energy. More energy means you will have, it will require more sugar. So people who are in constant stress will have a lot of sugar in their blood because your body is saying, I need ready to digest or burn food. Okay, sugar is the food for cell. No matter you eat pizza, burger, dal, roti, chapati, or fruits, vegetables, anything. Ultimately, everything is converted into sugar for your body cells to burn. So when you're in stress means there is a lion or tiger coming to attack you. Your body will not think of healing the wound or maintaining your reproductive health or trying to conserve the fetus in your body. It will think of running, escape from the lion first. Baki sab baad mein. That is when immunity falls, infertility happens, okay, miscarriages happen, because your system is having a lot of cortisol in it. And too much of blood in your sugar for a constant period of time. See, when there is stress, no, sugar is released, your stress hormone is released, and then your sugar is released, and that sugar is utilized, and the stress response is reduced. But constant cortisol stimulation in your body, months together, years together, you are in stress. Earlier days, it used to be lion, tiger, snakes as stress. Now you have mother, father, office, friends, school, exam, the food that you need to create, cook, your children's homework, you need to take care of your boss. Everything is a stress. Constant stress is there. So constant sugar is there in your blood. When constant sugar is there, insulin resistance will happen. When insulin resistance happen, all that sugar is converted into fat. When all that sugar is converted into fat, obviously you will have weight issues. So that is why stress is the first topmost reason. Okay. So that was liver chi stagnation, stomach and spleen in. Again, your hormones are disrupted. One hormone after the other. And kidney in, because kidney in or kidney essence. Essentially, they're not the same. But when you say kidney in deficiency, we're talking about essence deficiency. Essence is very important for hormonal regulation. Okay. Particularly in the age of puberty and reproductive age. Okay. When kidney in deficiency happens, all your hormones will start falling. So perimenopause and menopausal age, you will see women will be in the stage of kidney in deficiency. If you can keep your kidney in tonified, you can postpone your perimenopause or your menopausal age. Earlier, the menopause age was 60-65. Now you are seeing young women at the age of 34, 35, 36 having menopause, no periods for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And they think it is menopause. It is not menopause. It is imbalance for them. They think it is natural. Nowadays it is coming. It is not natural. Our hormonal regulation and our reproductive system was made for 30 to 40 years. And it used to start at the age of 16 to 18 years only. Now it starts as early as 8 years and it stops as early as 38, 40 years, which is not normal. This is not how the human body was designed by nature. Right? Earlier, arthritis, aches, pain used to come at the age of 60, 70. Used to say kology. Kology means after 70, 80, they used to hold the kolu means stick to walk. Now every 30-year-old is having back pain, knee pain, arthritis issue, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, any kind of arthritis. Children are having arthritis. Because we are deviating away from nature. Kidney in is not enough. We are burning out so much kidney in. Right? That is why. So these are the points. Please make a note. Liver 3, spleen 6, UB 20, 22, kidney 3 are the general points. And one miraculous combination of point for any kind of hormonal issue is your lung 7 K6. You have to treat your lung 7 on the right hand and K6 on the left hand. This is for females. In males, it is lung 7 on left hand, K6 on right hand. If you are using seeds, you can use seeds on those particular hands. If you're using magnets, you can use magnets. But if you're doing acupuncture, the needling will be towards the body for these 2 points. So towards the body means essentially you are sedating lung 7 and you're tonifying K6. Right? So I think we have taken too much of time today. That's all for today's session.
Ma'am, please,
Probably next week. Yeah, ma'am, Chandra ma'am.
please repeat the last line for the women and
Yeah.
men.
See, for lung 7 and K6 you're asking, na?
Yes, ma'am.
मैडम हमने सीखा था ना एडवांस कोर्स में extraordinary vessels करके we had learned one concept, right?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
हाँ,
याद है.
इसमें we had learned master point, coupled point, right? This is the same combination. Okay, so lung 7 should be treated on right side and K6 should be treated on left side for women. Okay, and for men, lung 7 on the right side and kidney 6 on the left side. This can be used for any kind of hormonal issues. Okay, remember, not individually, but you can treat all the other points underlining solution. I always tell you, no, first root cause is important. Treating the root cause, without that, you will treat only symptoms, symptoms will come back. Right? So treat the root cause and you can use this therapy once or twice in a week for the patient. Right? Women, you have any kind of hormonal issues, this is the go-to point. Okay, use this regularly. And one particular point, particularly after the age of 30, 35, everybody should use for good hormonal growth and general body repair is kidney 7. This I tell all of my students in every session. Okay. Kidney 7 is known as the body's pit stop or tinkering shop. It is your repair point. So every week, at least one day, you can tonify kidney 7 to maintain a balanced kidney functionality or kidney health and hormonal imbalance or hormonal balance. Okay. So that was all for today, and I could not cover hypertension and diabetes. I knew it was big points, so big topics. So I had kept that in the last. If all of you are okay, if more people want, we can have one separate session for diabetes itself. Right? Some other day we can do a master class for diabetes, where I will talk about acupuncture, I will talk about nutrition, we will talk about what Ayurveda says about acupuncture. Okay, and if possible, I will try to catch hold of some of my yoga expert friends who can give you a small lecture on how to use yoga for diabetes and other things. Okay, any doubts before we wind up today's session? Any doubts? No comments? Okay, how did you find today's session? Was it useful? Were you able to correlate any issues that you have, and do you have at least a little bit of clarity of treating yourself right now? Great. What was the topic that made more impact for you today, today's topic?
Spleen and stomach, especially.
Spleen and stomach. Okay, then
And allergic point also, ma'am.
allergic point, particularly for mothers, this point will be very appealing because we have small children, no? And immunity points also. Okay, great, great. So anything else anybody wants to ask?
Ma'am, I have one more doubt.
Yes.
It's about my daughter actually.
Huh.
Whenever she eats some oily food or something, immediately she gets stomachache, and sometimes she says she has some heart issues also, some like pain in heart due to
Ma'am,
acidity.
Stomach heat only, ma'am. Just now we spoke about all those things, na? For
Uh,
her, you need to first of all reduce the heat, internal heat in the stomach. Okay. You need to give her more cooling foods. By cooling foods, I don't mean give her a lot of milk and other things. Give her buttermilk, give her tender coconut, okay, and make sure she's eating at the right time.
Mhm.
She's not eating too spicy. Okay, and in kids particularly, this issue rises because of dehydration. They will not drink water at all. They will neglect because they go to school, they are in class, the water bottle comes just how you sent it. Make
Yes,
sure she's
yes.
drinking enough water. Some people, what they say, in school they don't drink. As soon as they come home, I'll give them 1 liter of water. That is not good. You need to make sure you can just instruct her, keep the water bottle with you. After every period, take 1 or 2 sips of water. She needs to hydrate. Okay. See, if your stomach is dehydrated, then also acidity will increase. The acid concentration will become more. No? Okay, you need to maintain a balance. And if they're eating too much of oily foods, preservative foods, they're eating cakes, biscuits, pasta, all those things, right? Then also these issues will happen. And I know in school going kids, we can't completely avoid these things. But at least once in a week, make sure she's doing some kind of detox activity. When I say detox activity, you can give her a complete body massage with some kind of oil and do. You can give her soups and fruit juices to drink. Okay, main reason is hydration for kids. Okay,
Problem is she
dehydrate.
has frequent urination, ma'am. From childhood, she has this problem. She has a frequent urination problem, and that's the reason she's avoiding to drink the water.
See, if she's having frequent urination, it could be because of liver heat also. Liver heat will create frequent urination. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In the uterus, if it dries up, it will create, or in the bladder rather, if the urine dries up because of heat, it will create stones. So body will not dry it up, it will eliminate it. Our body is brilliant. It will say, better I go to bathroom 10 times than creating a stone there. So liver to sedation you can do. And how old is she?
9 years, ma'am.
It will take time. See, these bedwetting issues, frequent urination issues will take some time for children to get used to it. Okay.
Okay.
Up until the age of 16, 17 also, they need to get acclimatized to it. So she needs to drink a lot of water.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
And because people do this mistake a lot, thinking that if I drink more water, frequent urination is there, they are more prone to UTI also. In children, more UTI we are seeing nowadays. Why? They're using restrooms in school and they're not drinking enough water.
Yes, ma'am.
Later on, it will lead to kidney stones. Okay, don't do that mistake.
Okay.
And food also, they should not eat dry fruits. They should take something which is filled with lot of fluid and which is easy to digest. Instead of eating breads and chapatis and these bhats and other things, no? They need to eat food like khichdi, your pongal, the rasam rice, everything that we eat. Being South Indian, that is how we eat because it is more warmer in South Indian areas. More coastal area is there. We are prone to more dryness or more internal heat. That is why our food was also engineered that way. So we need to go back to those things. Yeah, a few comments here. Chital ma'am says, damp spleen, stomach heat, allergy, all these are relative to my current conditions. Magnet smoked and 6 hours you bring running nose, I learned today. No, that was only for lung tea, I told you. It was not for all patterns, okay? Don't misunderstand that. I made this mistake weeks ago by boiling magnet, CV point, sedation for itching. Okay. Thank you for the session, ma'am. I'm signing off. Okay. So that's all for today. I hope all of you liked today's session and it was useful. So
Ma'am,
if possible, we'll try
ma'am,
to. Yes.
हाँ, वो अनार के छिलके के लिए आपने बताया मोशन के लिए, स्टॉप मोशन के लिए और इम्यूनिटी के लिए, तो इसकी टाइमिंग क्या होनी चाहिए? एम्प्टी स्टमक या
कभी भी पी लो.
अच्छा,
आपको लूज मोशन डायरिया हो रहा है ना? उसका छिलका निकालो, उसका काढ़ा
ओके,
बनाओ, अच्छे से धोने ना पहले, काढ़ा बना के 2-3 खा लेना, 2-3 बार पी लेना दिन में,
ओके,
ऑटोमेटिक कम हो जाएगा.
ओके। और आपने एलर्जी के लिए बताया था, जो उसमें बताया था डाइट के बारे में, तो उसमें फिर जब अपन फास्टिंग करते हैं, आप कह रहे थे, तो दूध ले सकते हैं, मिल्क?
दूध तो कभी नहीं लेंगे एलर्जी में, क्योंकि दूध क्या करेगा, ह्यूमिडिटी इंक्रीज करेगा, कोल्डनेस इंक्रीज करेगा, स्टैग्नेशन इंक्रीज करेगा। फास्टिंग
नहीं।
करेंगे तो आप छाछ पी लो, सूप्स पी
हम्म।
लो, या फिर हल्का सा फ्रूट्स ही खा लो, दूध
ओके।
से तो बेटर है।
ओके।
अगेन दूध है ना, ये बहुत कंट्रोवर्शियल एक टॉपिक है। सम पीपल, इवन इन आयुर्वेदा, दूध इज नोन एज अमृत,
यस।
है ना।
गाय का।
दूध को आयुर्वेदा में अमृत मानते हैं, पर
हम्म,
आयुर्वेदा में ये भी बताया गया कि किसको क्या पीना है क्या नहीं पीना है, अपने बॉडी के प्रकृति के हिसाब से पियेंगे, हिसाब से हम अपना खाना वाना लेंगे तो सब कुछ अमृत ही है।
हम्म,
जैसे मैंने बोला ना, जिनको ऑलरेडी स्टैग्नेशन का इशू है, कोल्डनेस का इशू है, जॉइंट पेन का इशू है, फ्लम अक्यूमुलेशन का इशू है ना, दूध इज अ एनिमल प्रोडक्ट एंड इट इज हाई इन फैट एंड प्रोटीन which is not easily digestible. Anything that is difficult to digest will create dampness. ठीक है, बहुत मुश्किल होता है। तो फास्टिंग में तो मैं दूध नहीं बोलूँगी, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन पीपल इन फास्टिंग व्हेन दे टेक मिल्क, फॉर देम एसिडिटी एंड गैस्ट्रिक इश्यूज विल एग्रीवेट। कुछ लोगों को
ओके।
दूध पीने से ज्यादा हो जाता है एसिडिटी, है ना।
ओके।
ऐसे लोगों को तो पीना ही नहीं है दूध।
ओके।
एंड सम किड्स, आई हैव सीन particularly in my son, when he drinks milk he has lot of problem, urinary problems. सो उसको मैंने दूध देना बंद करके बहुत साल हो गया।
और नट्स ले
उसको
सकते?
पनीर बहुत पसंद है, वो पनीर खाएगा, उसको प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा, कभी कभार खाता है, आई इट इज नॉट अ रेगुलर थिंग फॉर हिम।
ओके।
नट्स ले लो, नट्स का दूध ले लो आप, बेहतर है।
ठीक।
आलमंड
ठीक
दूध
है।
ले लो, या फिर
ठीक है।
कोकोनट मिल्क ले लो, वो सब ठीक है ना।
ठीक है। ठीक
इतने
है।
सारे फल है, इतने सारे सब्जियां हैं, वो खा।
सनसेट के बाद तो फल अवॉइड करेंगे ना मैम? सनसेट के पहले अपन फल लेंगे,
हाँ,
और भी आपने बोला शाम 7
सनसेट के बाद भी आप फल खा सकते हो, लेकिन कौन सा फल,
अच्छा।
वो इम्पोर्टेंट है। एनीथिंग दैट इज ऑन द कोल्डर साइड, विच इज ऑन द हेवियर साइड, एप्पल तो बिल्कुल नहीं खाएंगे आफ्टर सनसेट, बिफोर स्लीपिंग। एप्पल इज डेंजरस टू योर बॉडी, डोंट ईट एप्पल बिफोर स्लीपिंग, स्पेशली आफ्टर 7:38। एप्पल मत खाना। अनार
ओके।
ले लो, हैव
ओके।
पोमोग्रेनेट ना,
ओके।
you can have some dry fruits you can eat, okay.
गुआया?
Banana you can eat, guava you can eat, papaya सुबह खाना बेटर है,
ओके।
ठीक है। ये इतने
ओके।
सारे तो हैं,
गॉट इट।
ठीक है। सूप बना लो, इतने सारे वेजिटेबल्स है, सूप बना लो। यहाँ पोमोग्रेनेट, अनार
ओके।
वही है, अनार इज पोमोग्रेनेट।
ओके।
सो ये सब खा लो।
थैंक यू मैम।
फास्टिंग मैंने इसलिए बताया क्योंकि तुम्हारे स्टमक को रेस्ट मिलेगा। स्टमक को
ये
रेस्ट तभी मिलेगा जब आप इजीली डाइजेस्टेबल फूड खाते हो।
जैसे अभी वेदर चेंज हो रहा है, तो इम्यूनिटी ड्रिंक बना के ये पी सकते हैं दिन में एक बार?
क्या क्या डलता है उसमें?
सिर्फ अनार के छिलके का, जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं?
हाँ, वो सी दैट स्पेसिफिकली आई हैड टोल्ड अनार के छिलके का फॉर लूज मोशन रिलेटेड इश्यूज, ओके।
हम्म।
हर रोज नहीं पीना
हम्म,
है, वो
अच्छा।
एक दवाई बताई मैंने।
अच्छा।
हर रोज उनको पीना है तो अनार का जूस दे दो ना, अनार ऐसे ही खाने के लिए दे दो,
अच्छा।
क्योंकि
नहीं,
उसमें
इम्यूनिटी के।
एक्रेमेंशिया बैक्टीरिया को इम्प्रूव करने का क्वालिटी है। स्टडीज हैव
ओके।
शोन दैट पोमोग्रेनेट juice or seeds eaten helps in increasing the quality and quantity of Akkermansia in your gut,
ओके।
इसलिए बोला था। और लूज मोशन के टाइम पे अनार का छिलका, इट इज एक्टिंग एज डिटॉक्स एंड इट इज गोइंग टू स्टॉप योर लूज मोशन।
ओके।
तो उस टाइम पे ना, अभी नहीं। अभी आपके पति को तो कॉन्स्टिपेशन का प्रॉब्लम है, तो उनको अनार का छिलका मत
इनके
देना,
लिए
अनार दे देना आराम से।
इन जनरल पूछ रही थी।
इन जनरल
जस्ट।
भी नहीं, वो दवा की तरह यूज होता है, उसी तरह यूज करना है।
हम्म।
गुड
ठीक
क्वेश्चन
है।
एक्चुअली। ऐसा मिसकंसेप्शन लोगों को हो जाता है, बाद में बोलते हैं मैडम आपने बोला था, मैंने ले लिया, ये एडवर्स इफेक्ट हो गया।
हम्म।
Pineapple is, somebody is asking, pineapple, it is on a little citric side, acidic side, तो वो नहीं लेंगे रात को। And if you are prone to stomach heat, I will not say pineapple, but very good for immunity, lung health. Pineapple is very good for lung health and immunity. If you're not able to consume, you can use pineapple chilka and you can put it on your lung and spleen. Reflexology, that will help. Again, it depends, sir. Prakash sir, I think. Some people can digest pineapple, some people cannot digest pineapple. Some people have allergic reactions, throat allergic reactions to pineapple. For them, I will not advise, because pineapple creates dryness, creates more dry, because it is pungent in nature. है ना? Our lung is also pungent in nature. Dryness का taste है pungency.
प्रकृति पे निर्भर
Basic
कर
course में
सकते
हमने सीखा था, what is the taste of dryness element? It is pungent.
हैं।
Anything that is pungent, even musambi is also pungent. But when you're sick, they give you musambi, no? Juice बना के, fresh musambi juice, and it is supposed to be taken fresh. And some people do the mistake of taking pineapple juice in the night when they are already taking blood thinners and heart patients. उनके लिए तो ये it is like poison. So people
Which
who are
one?
taking blood thinners, BP medication, pineapple को सोच समझ के अपने डॉक्टर से पूछ के लेना.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Like I told you, you need to have little bit understanding or knowledge about what kind of fruit, why and what. Okay. पाइनएप्पल को किसी और चीज के साथ मिक्स करके मॉकटेल करके पीते हैं ना, वो तो बहुत ही खराब है. Mixing any two fruits is the worst thing that you can do.
Coconut water after the sunset?
नहीं.
No.
सनसेट के बाद कोकोनट वाटर, छाछ कुछ भी नहीं लेंगे.
Okay.
सनसेट के बाद प्रिफरेबली सूप्स ले लो, थोड़ा हॉट होता है, इजीली डाइजेस्टेबल होता है, बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी कुक्ड द वेजिटेबल्स.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The nourishment or nutrients has all come out of the vegetables. It is in the soup or suspension, easily digest हो जाएगा, easily absorb हो जाएगा. रात के बाद, सनसेट के बाद तो आप juices तो छोड़ ही दो. One exception is occasionally if you are having fever and other things, pomegranate juice you can take, because it is little bit on a warmer side, warmer prakriti, so that you can take. Other than that, I would not prescribe any juices, particularly in the night. Okay. And milkshakes तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. Never drink any kind of milkshakes. The worst thing that you can do. People say, I eat healthy. I go to a restaurant. All my friends drink Coke. I take milkshake. अरे at least Coke ही पी लो यार. Milkshake से बेहतर है. ठीक है? Any other questions anybody else has?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome. और भी अगर कोई doubts हो तो recording सबको मिलेगा. It is for general public also. Group में those who have not joined the group, please join the group. Okay, I will give the description.
PPT डाल दीजिए.
हाँ, नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल देंगे ग्रुप का लिंक. और किसी और को भेजना हो फॉर जनरल वेलनेस ऑफ द पब्लिक, ये वीडियो आप सबको शेयर करना, सबको बिठा के सुनाना, और जो कुछ भी आपने सीखे अप्लाई करना. यूज वॉट एवर यू हैव लर्न टुडे, प्लीज यूज इट. शेयर इट विथ एज मेनी पीपल एज पॉसिबल सो दैट दे कैन ऑल्सो लर्न. Okay, so that's all for today. Hopefully next week or the other next week we'll try to keep it regular. We will come up with or we'll discuss other two topics. If interested, like I told you, we will have one session on diabetes also. Right? That's all for today. See you all.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you for the
Bye,
wonderful
bye.
classes.
Yes. Bye. Good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste.